Not everything is black or white. This is why we choose to challenge facts and opinions by going straight to the gray area. This is the Great People Podcast.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the Great People Podcast. This is Randy back for some more. I'm here with Reina, Sean, Sebastian. Let's get into some stuff. We've obviously been gone for a little while, took a little hiatus, but we're back, man. And saw some people excited to see us back on IG. So we want to give people what they want to see. So today, what we're going to be talking about is what we've been up to, especially through this pandemic. Just a little bit of, I guess, catching up and letting you guys in into some of the stuff we've been up to. So, what's been going on, everybody?
What's happening, people?
We back, motherfuckers. It's been a tough fucking year, man.
Yeah, this is probably the first time we've been together since who knows when. Like this four of us
that's a
together.
fact. Probably the 2
Yeah.
years for me.
Yeah.
Us four like this, yeah.
No, so it's been good to obviously get together and kind of get back into the podcast and stuff. But what's been going on? What's been everybody up to? What you been up to, Sean?
Well, shit. Fortunately, I've been up to a lot, and I've got a lot done.
Sean is a barber now.
Yeah, it's official. I guess I'm a barber. Hey, that's my call. Just kidding. No, but yeah, finished barbering. That was tough because usually you gotta be in school for that shit, and they closed that shit down, obviously, because of the year.
Yo, so my bad.
Go ahead.
So obviously, we're talking about last episode, and this is all in here. I'm just saying, last episode we did was about 2 years ago, and I'm really interested in knowing is we've been in this pandemic 9-10 months.
Uh-huh.
Barber, let me know when is that you decided to go to barbering school.
So
I was wondering that because I
Yeah.
haven't asked you personally. When did you make that decision? And obviously, you said you went to school, and that shit's been hard because the pandemic probably
Yeah.
hit. But when did you decide then?
So it was like last August. So it was August 1st, actually. And I was like
2019.
of 2019,
2019.
August 1st, 2019. 5 days before the school enrollment.
Nice.
And I was like, you know what? I keep bouncing around. I've had decent jobs, I have great jobs. And then all of a sudden I was like, I want to do something I actually like and enjoy. And I've always enjoyed doing it. So I was like, why don't I just make that a career and see where it goes from there? So
Because you've cut before. Obviously,
Yeah.
you've lined me up. You've lined people.
yeah,
So
I
people know
dabbled
that.
in it a little bit.
Correct.
Obviously a lot of mistakes, a lot of, whatever.
Not
Not
certified,
a
but
bad
just
haircut.
you've
You
done.
know,
You've
no
done
one
the
got
haircuts.
cut, really. But
There you go.
But yeah, so it was that time. So it took me about those 5 days for me to be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make the move. And my girl's very supportive. I just kept it low because I didn't want to. It's one of those things where like if you speak about it and you don't succeed or you don't finish, then it's like, oh damn, there goes that person again. Oh, not doing it
I got
or
you.
just saying shit. So me, I was like, no, fuck, I'm gonna keep it low. I'm just gonna go, and then when I start posting or if I start saying shit, that's when people know I'm actually doing it.
People will
you,
see
man.
me once I'm done, once I'm a barber. They're gonna see I'm a barber.
Pretty much. And now, like, shit, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm already kind of on my own doing it, which
Yeah,
is
that's
crazy.
dope though.
Obviously a lot of help along the way, a lot of support, family, friends, and everything, but it's crazy because I look back and I'm like, damn, there's so many people that are losing jobs or struggling in their job, and I'm not saying I'm like flourishing or anything, but I'm over here starting something from scratch, brand new and raw, and I can already see success, which
That's
is
good.
which is great. So
So one thing, and this is probably, I wonder, we've all, at least the rest of us, we get to work from home. We have kind of, you could say, I guess, qualified as office jobs, so we get to do it from home.
I wish I had one of those.
I know, right? And that's what
Right now.
that's what I'm wondering. Like, what is it like out there? Having to deal with people, having to, I'm sure you're trying to take care of yourself, trying to stay
Yeah.
healthy, but you got to provide for your family. So
hmm
this is the job, this is your career now, right? So I wonder, like, is it crazy? Are people are like all over the place? I know Utah's big into the whole like no mask thing.
They don't
Oh
give
my
a
gosh.
fuck.
I'm serious. Like, it's one of the
They
things
don't.
here.
It's true.
So like, do you have to tell people a lot? Like, yo, you gotta wear your.
Well,
Uh,
that's the beauty in being your own person, I guess you could say, is you can decide who you want and not want to service. So me, just because I believe in my own principles, and I got people around me that could be, if they were affected by this, by getting corona or whatever, they would be sick, like, and potentially even worse. So that's why I didn't give a shit. I was like, hey man, I don't want to wear masks. It's my right. All right, what's my right to not to fucking cut your hair? Like, I don't give a fuck. And it's happened a few times.
It has?
Yeah, I've had people actually in my chair like take off their mask. I'm like, hey man, do you mind keeping that on? They're like,
Half the haircut is done and you have to
oh, for real?
Dang.
Yeah, I don't play with them. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? You're not gonna tell me
He's
what
like,
to do in
not
my
only-
fucking business.
Not only are you not gonna wear a mask, but you're gonna look
Like-
ugly as fuck.
Well, I looked at them. I'm like, you got me fucked up. I'm a nice guy, but you fucking go wrong on me. I can give two shits about you.
You
at that
take
point.
off your mask or take off my pants. Like, just come on, man. Fuck it.
I didn't take off my pants. But yeah, no. So that happened a few times, unfortunately. But yeah, out there's people that are very cautious with it. Weird enough, I actually cut a guy up. He wore a fucking full gas mask, and he like kept the straps on the back. He actually held it back for me,
Wow.
so the mask wouldn't accidentally come off.
So,
It was the
like-
weirdest shit. I was like, what
Like
the
when you
fuck?
were cutting him in the back, he would take off the
so
mask
imagine
for
like
a whole
a full
day.
ass mask, you know, like they use like for gas chambers or some shit, right? And the motherfucker peeled the Velcro or the snaps, and he held it. And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." I don't know what to tell him. I'm like, I don't think it's here right now, but
I
if
get
it
you.
is, you're safe.
Yeah.
That is-
Whatever it is, though, that's dope. Obviously, on your end, that you're respecting people,
Yeah.
and
'Cause
the ones that
I looked
respect
at it-
you. So
'cause I
that's
looked at it like
dope.
this. I'm like, am I really big on it? Am I really thinking? I'm like, yes and no. There's a lot of statistics that are out there that are for or against it. So I try to balance it on my head. But at the end of the day, I feel like I had a responsibility, especially being in the public, to protect those that are believing and are like, yo, this is what I don't want to do and I want to trust you type of thing. And then also the people that don't give a shit, I'm like, at the end of the day, what's it really hurting you? You just put the fucking mask on. It ain't that fucking hard.
Mhm.
So
That's not bad. I did what I wanted to jump back on what you said because now I'm really interested. I love a good story. So obviously, you said this was August First.
Yeah.
2019. You decide that you're gonna go to barbering. Obviously, it sounds like you got to go through some schooling,
Yeah.
and you do that. What was that first cut for you like? Because you've cut people before, and I know you've gone to their house, or you might cut them somewhere. You've cut me, but this is like the official. I'm in the school.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get certified. What was that first cut like? Tell me that. And did you have one of these cuts in between here that you feel like you might have messed up?
Yo, man. I didn't know this segment was gonna be interview Sean, but this is cool either way.
We're gonna vibe with everybody.
Yeah, no,
There's a
for
lot
sure,
of talk,
for sure.
but
No, because there's a lot to catch up. Because at the end of the day, this whole thing has been a long time between all four of us, right?
Yeah.
But my first cut, motherfucker wanted a buzz cut. I said, "This is a bitch. I could do a goddamn anyone could do a buzz cut." So I actually talked him into, "Yo, can I give you like a little taper, a little
He's
lineup
like-
or
he's like,
something?"
"Can you do a bowl
Overachiever
cut?"
over here.
He's
And
like-
the motherfucker told me, he said, "Yeah, just don't make me look ghetto." I said,
Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness.
he said hit the taper and then hit me with the buzz after. Okay, fuck that shit.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what you're trying to do here. I'm just not trying to look ghetto. I just need to buzz my hair. And I was like, that's cool, man. I think a buzz cut is kind of ghetto. And he just looked at me and I was like, that's a cheap ass shit that you get at your house. Like,
That's just funny.
you paying $5 to do something that you can do at your home.
He
Like,
said you need a buzz cut. Here's a clip, but take care of yourself, brother.
But as far as like messing up a cut, yeah, I've actually given out a few cuts, like for free, like completely, like,
Really?
my bad. Yeah. It's just a learning process. It's very humbling. I won't lie. Like, doing this is probably one of the most humbling things I've done.
Is
'Cause
it
you're-
like, do you notice, or is it because the person is like, oh?
So I'm not stupid. I definitely notice. Now, how confident am I that they don't notice? That all depends. Because every single cut, there's not one perfect cut.
Mhm.
Every single cut, there's always going to be one little thing here and there, no matter how perfect and
Sean is like,
photoshopped it is.
Sean is like, wait, that's way shorter on that side.
Yeah, well, this one that I do know, it's really fucked up because it was his birthday
Oh
the
no.
next day.
Oh no.
And he wanted a fade. And the fade looked good. But the problem is, long story short, he wanted it a little darker on top and not as high. My ass took it to the length he wanted to, like darkness, but I took it up too fucking high. So it looked almost like a military cut in a way. And I felt bad. So I gave that for free. He didn't trip too hard. Like, he was a little like upset. And that's the weird part of it. That's like, am I gonna control myself?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because obviously he ain't never gonna see me again. Like, I could be fucking John Blazing right now and blazing Hollywood people up, and he'll still look at me and be like, I don't trust this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
'Cause
did,
that's how-
he
that's
did me
how-
dirty. Yeah.
That's how sharp the game is. Because you're messing with someone's appearance.
Mm-hmm.
So, they gotta be able to trust you and all that shit. But yeah, so that's probably the one that really sucks to me. Because after that cut, I really felt like I took off because I was more cautious. I was more like, I'm more on point. I can't do this. I can't be too lax with any cut, even if it's the same person, because I don't want them to ever feel
It's
like
like
that.
the
Mhm.
dude that wants the bowl cut. he gets all the same attention as some crazy complicated face.
I've
He sure
That's
fucking
true.
does.
I
Yo,
think-
that's a good one, actually.
with everything obviously you're saying, and I'm saying we haven't had this sit down conversation,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
why to me I'm like, okay, I'm really learning here. What I was gonna say though, once again though, face to face on the show, congratulations
Thank you.
for doing it. I'm proud of you, man,
Thank you.
because that's big.
Yeah.
I liked what you said, how you just kind of took care of it and weren't letting people know. I did read this. I read the stat the other day. It was interesting. That said that, and I thought it was the other way around, but I read this thing that was saying that majority of people, when they actually don't tell their plans to people, they actually are there's higher chance that they're
More
actually
likely.
more likely
Yeah.
to make things happen versus if they tell people.
Mhm.
You would think that maybe if you told people, you'd feel like on the hook and you have to deliver, but not really, because
Correct.
now you just said it, and it's if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
And that was kind of like my game plan going into it, because I mean, you guys know me for a very long time. I was always a verbal, like, letting motherfuckers know what I was doing almost, right? And I felt like maybe that was not that there was negativity towards it or whatever, but maybe the universe and my actions on it and me just talking kind of made me, I felt almost in a way like, oh, I'm just a talker at this point.
I think it's also part like you talk about it so much, I guess, in a way
Yeah.
that it
You
just
felt like you already
becomes-
done it. when you
Yeah,
really
and it
haven't.
just feels like it's out there. It's in the future.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yo, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do, and it's always I'm going to. So I think to an extent, you just
You might
get
prolong
caught.
that
and
and push it
also
forward.
and also in a way, like, during, like, the different jobs and whatever that I've done, I was always trying to chase success for some reason, because I thought in my mind success was like some dollar amount.
Yeah.
But my mindset definitely changed in a way where I was like, I feel like success for me is doing what I at least am content or what I like to do every day.
Mhm.
Because then every day I'm actually gonna be more positive. Instead of waking up, I don't really want to fucking wake up right now. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do.
I got you.
It's all these. I don't. But I have to. Instead of, I'm gonna do this because I actually like to do it, and I'm actually almost like a glorified counselor too. At some point, I'm talking to crazy different people, giving my input, listening to their opinions on it.
No, I got you, man.
So,
honestly,
yeah.
a lot of people would call that purpose. You got purpose.
Purpose.
You wake
Yeah.
up with a purpose, and that's awesome. I could literally. We're going to talk about everybody here, because then we go Raina, we go Randy, we find out what I've done. I ain't done
Well,
shit.
my life has not been this interesting.
Well,
No.
Apparently, Sebastian gonna be instigating everybody right here.
don't downplay it.
Are we leaving Sebastian for last so we can all ask him questions?
This is what I do. This is my,
Oh, that's
this
what
is
you
my
do.
this is my purpose.
This is Sebastian's purpose right here. He
So-
should be an interviewer.
But yeah, what you said though, the whole counseling thing, I was reading the other day, and it's dope. Like, I just happen to want to know, like, when did barbering start, whatever. And there's all types of statistics and stuff like that. One of them was like 500 years before Christ. It was like Egyptians or something. They were cutting with seashells. I don't know how.
What?
Don't ask me. Google it, everybody.
From what I remember, it was I mean, because
Sean was like, "This wasn't my test."
for the school and shit. They had me do a test, and that's a fucking joke.
Tell us.
I believe it was in Egypt. Actually, it was with.
What did I say?
Say?
I said Egypt.
You
Did
said
you say-
before Christ.
Yeah, you said 500 BC or something.
Yeah, in
I don't-
Egypt.
Okay,
Might have been
yeah.
Egypt.
Yeah,
Let's
cool.
go.
But I
cool.
did say
Yeah,
Egypt.
It was
Egypt
like
is right.
it was some pharaoh
So
shit.
I got it right.
Yeah,
It was some
yeah,
pharaoh shit.
okay,
But
yeah.
what I thought was cool, what he said is that he talks to people. Those times, the barber was the
Mhm.
highest level of, like, that you can give somebody,
Yeah.
because they would obviously also give medicine, cut
Yeah.
you,
Back
listen
then,
to you.
back then, the barber was a doctor.
It was a Dom Dada. No, because and it's true, and it's almost like that movie Barbershop, right? Cedric
No,
the Entertainer.
correct.
He
talks
says it
about
like this. I don't know word for word, but he pretty much says a barber was more than just a guy that cuts hair. He was your friend, a counselor, a mentor, a stylist, a fashion expert.
I think to an extent you can still have that. Like, obviously the game has changed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Now motherfuckers act. They having battles on YouTube at this point.
Yeah.
Like, who's the better fader? I'm like, who give a fuck, yo? Do you make a clean one or not?
Everybody over here with their barbering. Talking about that though, did an ABD win like the sign? I can't remember.
Yeah,
some
Yeah,
shit,
he
but-
won a couple things. Yeah.
No,
Shout
but
out
it's
to
crazy.
him.
But it's obviously shout out to ABD, by the way. That's my dude. No, but
Yeah.
yeah, the game has definitely changed. But I'm sure there's people that create those
No,
relationships and have
definitely.
them. You know,
Yeah.
where-
I think that's
No,
how you,
for sure.
you become successful. What
And honestly, like with that, I wasn't. I mean, I was not that good. I mean, I still got a lot to grow too, but I was not that good when as good as I thought I was. Like with tapers and fades and lineups and shit. Like there's so much to the game. There's different hairstyles and everything, right? But the motherfuckers that like stayed with me, I think honestly they just did it because they like to talk to my ass. Because I was like, I am not giving you a quality cut. You're paying top dollar, and you're tipping. I was like,
correct.
and then once I saw that, I kind of saw my worth. I'm like, I am worth this. People are actually paying for this, even though the quality of the cut isn't there yet. How I would want mine.
It's the whole package.
It's everything, and
No,
that's
correct.
that's when I figured it out. I was like, man, if I just keep being true to myself, obviously I'm just gonna get better. But as long as I stay true to myself, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers, I'm just gonna collect them.
And
you
I'm
know?
sure they see the potential too. You know what I mean? Like
Definitely,
I'm sure
yeah.
they see like, yo, this is pretty decent. You just started this month, like,
Yeah.
okay,
I
you're gonna be
think-
good.
Damn, you did this in 20 minutes. Next time, let's do 30. But
Yeah.
you know,
Correct. More what I take away from this, because like I'm saying, I actually have a fascination with barbering.
I know, yeah.
I have a huge one, to
Yeah.
be completely honest.
Yeah.
Y no tienes pelo.
Yeah, I'm bald. For the people that didn't understand what Rena said, but some of my fondest memories from my earliest is going to the barbershop.
Yeah.
So as we've discussed before, I was born in New York, and I can remember going to the barbershop with my dad. Since a very young age, every barber I've ever had has become a friend,
Yeah.
and I know multiple barbers in different places. What I like about your profession, and that's what I call it, it's a profession, it's a career straight up. You take it serious. I would put it up to like, if you're like this huge like executive, let's say like a chef, you're cooking this meal. What I think about like someone getting a cut is that you can get immediate satisfaction and know if you're doing good or bad. In a lot of
Mhm.
people's other jobs and careers, you have no idea till further down the line.
Yeah, you take a
That's
call. I don't know if that call was good or bad.
Correct.
Boss listens to it 2 weeks later, tells you, yo, you fucked up.
You might
do
be
better.
correct.
Damn,
You
I've
might
been
be
fucking up for 2
you might
weeks.
be a manager. Obviously, keep in mind. Obviously, a doctor does an operation. Don't know if they did shit good or right.
Or
But
they should.
but maybe not, because maybe
Hopefully.
not. Maybe months down the road, it's like, yo, you fucked up some organs in there. I don't know.
Dang.
But
That's just like hopefully they know right away.
But with
Shit.
Sean, it's like you eating a dish. Like you go to this nice restaurant, you pay whatever price tag it is, you're gonna know this tasted good or this was bad. I ain't coming back. Somebody with Sean right off the bat is gonna be like, this was a good cut or a decent
Mhm.
experience, and that's what ultimately I feel that you give and people are giving when they're barbers is that experience. Like first time I'm gonna give you a shot because I need a cut, and I'm gonna come back to you because you did a decent job and I like you and you're gonna keep growing. But those are my 2 cents.
No, I appreciate it.
I'm just really I'm happy that you did that because you always obviously had the potential for it, and this is something that could you could do this the rest of your life. So that shit is dope.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, but on the real though, congrats. It's I saw you going through like even some of the actual like tests and more like school related kind of feel to it, and you pushed through it. Like you say, you just didn't talk
Yeah.
much about it, but you got it done, and now you're doing it, and even through the midst of the whole pandemic, like, dude, you have your own shop now, which is
Yeah, can I get a trim?
you can.
Faded.
Why are you answering?
Because
Are we staying R-rated or are we
A
not
trim
R-rated?
on my-
Because
on my
Raina,
hair,
Yeah,
on
you're
my
married.
head.
Yeah, don't
You're
let it
married.
disrespect.
Jeez.
No,
A
but no,
straight trimmy
it's crazy.
trim.
Like even through the pandemic, the service industry is probably the one that got hit the hardest.
Yeah.
And you're trying to, blossom as a barber in the middle of people not going out to get haircuts, which I think is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you can call me kind of, dumb.
Whatever it is, go get your cut. Go get your cut
No,
by
you
Sean.
have to-
He'll
You
have to
didn't
get
know
you
this was
right.
gonna happen.
No, and you have to provide for your family, and that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like it's hard because you would
Mhm.
like to think that like nobody goes out, nobody goes to restaurants and all these things, but like
Yeah.
if nobody does, then nobody eats.
Oh yeah, no, and I'd be grateful too. Like, I tell every single person, like, yo, I appreciate you, and that's just not me trying to like get them back with it. I'm just like, yo, you taking a chance to even walk out here,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna sit in this chair that you're trusting me, like I cleaned and shit. I was like, yo, you got balls, and they be laughing like, yo, man, you funny, like you don't want to. I was like, no, I do, but y'all crazy.
Shannon's like, this steamy money ain't doing much, so I gotta be out here cutting hair.
Yeah, like I mean, I needed to. Yeah, thank you for coming in, but you a brave motherfucker.
That's some dope stuff.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Joe Reyna,
Raina, what you
what's
been
how,
up
Me?
to?
what you pick
Why
up?
me?
Well, you're on here.
Yeah, you're a part of the show.
No.
Unless you just try and get some trim, we gotta wait till after this. Randy, handle that.
Well,
Since last time we heard your voice on this show, basically
man.
2 years ago, what have you been up to? Half of it's been a pandemic, so at least you got that half covered. So,
well, aside from the pandemic, I guess. Let me think.
or just in general, what you been up to? Raina, let us know.
School.
Time out.
Okay.
I was scrolling through my IG and I saw that you said that you picked up reading.
Yes.
That you just learned how to read, right?
Oh yeah.
Imagine- Congratulations, that's dope.
Thank you.
No, just kidding. Jokes aside,
Yeah, school in Puerto Rico.
tell me
being
about that because
sad.
I wanted to ask you about that, and that's something cool.
Yeah, I started reading or picking up reading. I know how to read, guys, but
She's teaching me.
I was never like a reader back
Okay.
in the day. Like my best friend, she loves to read, but I was just never into it.
Would you make fun of her?
But no, I mean it was just her thing, not mine.
Okay.
But in June, I decided to give romance novels a try.
What made you want to do that at that point?
What was it? I don't even know. I think I came across a YouTube video and there
Was your romantic life blooming when you decided to read a book?
no.
No, it wasn't. Okay.
No, we don't do romance over here.
Nah.
The fuck?
I don't know what this is, but romantic and Randy are not in the same sentence. but-
Romantic Randy.
They are
I like that name.
sometimes. They're
Okay.
sometimes.
Okay. All right. I like it. Okay,
But-
but you decided to pick up a romance novel.
yeah. And after that, like I really enjoyed it, so I decided to try other genres and books. I like mystery, thriller,
Nice.
horror, just everything.
Let me ask you this, because I like to read myself, and people have asked me, they're like, "Oh, what's your favorite book?"
Hmm.
But I'm the type, and I've actually, you guys know me. I like to read every single day. I read like articles and stuff like that, and there's a bunch of different types of readers in this world. Like there's people that read, your fiction books, your nonfiction.
Hmm.
I'm the type of person that likes more of maybe, what'd you call it, like autobiographies or
Memoirs.
or mostly articles. I read that kind of stuff. What have you figured out now that you're reading? Are you more of a person that likes to read books, like likes to read your nonfiction, your fiction, could pick up anything, or is this kind of like your lane right now? Is this what you're liking?
Yeah, like right now I'm into the nonfiction. I do want to get more in. I'm sorry, I'm into fiction. I
Mhm.
want to get more into the nonfiction. It's just I don't know. And in the nonfiction side of it, I don't know what direction to take.
Okay.
As far as fiction, it's just like there's so many options. It's not like self-help books or other things, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready yet for any of those. But
Okay.
obviously, no shade to anybody who likes to read those. Eventually, I'll probably get into it. But yeah, I'm just reading
Nice.
nonfiction.
With your
I keep saying nonfiction. God dang it.
your fiction.
Fiction.
Listen, I'm interested. I haven't had these conversations with you guys in a while, so I could have questions like crazy.
No, it's good.
Obviously.
It's good.
What I want to know, Rain, is this, because there's certain readers that are like this. I personally enjoy a lot of reading,
Hmm.
and I enjoy actually a lot of audio sometimes over visuals. I love visuals. Don't get me wrong. Like I like to see a movie. The audio only it lets me imagine, but also reading does. So is that what reading's doing for you? Like when you read, do you picture it in your mind? Are you breaking down like a movie scene in your mind because you basically kind of read, let's say, the script by reading
Yeah.
the book? How's
Yeah,
that?
pretty much. And I feel like it's been an escape from obviously how horrible this year has been and tough in many ways. So just to dive into a book and kind of like forget what's really happening in reality
Okay.
and just dive into some other stories. And I mean, they're romance novels because they always have an happy
Sex.
ever after.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay, my
I'm
bad.
not reading erotica,
Sexy.
Sebastian.
Oh, that's erotica.
Jeez.
That's different.
Yes, it's different.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Romance and sex are two different things, then I guess.
It also get Liddy in them.
Oh my god.
Raina, best book you've read so far. What is it?
Ah, okay.
We don't got the sponsorship, but go ahead, let them know.
I'll say The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
Okay, I saw you posted that. Was that like first book you posted?
Yeah, that was one of the.
What's that about?
So it's about this.
I didn't know we was
Girl.
doing fucking
The book review.
homework, and he's fucking testing you.
My bad. My bad. We could go a different
No.
direction. I just haven't
No, no,
had
no, you can-
conversations.
no, you
with
can-
I mean,
you
this
guys.
one is pretty interesting, so I'm just gonna quickly say it. So it's this girl. She's in her 20s,
Did she
right?
get touched?
No.
Oh my goodness. Everybody
So-
could jump in.
It takes place like in the 1700s, and pretty much she made a wish with a demon
Oh,
where
made a
she wanted
pact, like
to
a-
be immortal.
like a good demon or a bad demon?
It was a bad demon. She
Oh.
thought it was a good demon. It happened to be a bad one.
I had
so
no idea they were good ones. We'll learn about that
Oh,
later.
I've learned that they're I've experienced
I guess-
Good
bad
ones?
demons. Yes,
Because every time you've explained it, it sounds like a bad time.
usually is.
Okay, so that's the good demons. I don't want to meet the bad demon. Jesus.
And
Save us
then
all.
pretty much she wanted to be immortal, but she didn't know what the cost would be. But they pretty much made her invisible, so no one can remember
Oh,
her.
Shit.
Oh,
So
wow.
she can live forever, but no one can.
That
She
still
can't leave a
sucks
mark
ass.
in this world.
So she's basically dead.
She's practically dead. She can't leave a mark.
Well, like in the moment, like
She's
let's
dead
say
to me.
She's in this room. We will talk to her, and everything will be
like
fine.
as soon as the door closes, whoever was with her won't know who she is. And then, but
Hold up.
Wait, explain that. Yeah, explain that.
So real quick, so she's.
I
in-
can see her or I can't see her.
So
you
hold
can
on.
see her, you just don't know who she is. Like her
yeah,
own family
so-
doesn't recognize
so
her.
let's put it this
nobody.
way.
She's
Oh.
a stranger.
No,
wherever she
so
goes.
this,
So she's not invisible or she's invisible?
no, she.
I mean, she's invisible technically because no one will
in the
remember
world,
her.
she won't have an impact. She won't have anything last.
Did
in
you
the
read
world.
it
Like,
too
she
or
can't-
what?
Like for, I told him about it,
Oh,
but
okay.
but like if she were to write something down and want to write down her stories, like because she lives for obviously about. I mean, she lives forever, but at about 300 years, she finally meets somebody that recognizes her
Oh,
and
wow.
actually remembers her. So that's where the story kind
After
of.
300 years.
So this
300
is
years.
so this is
So he's a
2000. This is the 2000.
I
You're
can't
two-
give it away.
Or he's
I
been
can't
cursed
give it
with the same
away.
No, so
bullshit.
the thing is, yeah, like at the end of the day, like this girl, she'll walk in here, have a
re-
conversation
Yo,
with
Randy,
us.
my bad. Did she read this out loud? Because you're pretty good at it.
She did.
She read
No,
that shit out
She'll
loud.
tell me, you guys seem to be confused about the concept. No, like,
I'm having a good time
we
now.
would have a conversation.
He's
and,
like,
by,
listen.
and I want to clarify, by good demon, I meant just a regular, like,
Yeah, I don't know.
God.
Okay, that's
like,
different.
Like
'cause
there's no possession.
You guys are
going on and
confusing
shit.
me.
No, I'm sorry. I got confused because I've never heard of a good demon. Like, yeah, I had a visit from a good demon. Like, I didn't know. Every time I've heard
no, I
demon,
mean like
it's
a good
bad.
demon would. All right,
The
here's
thing
my,
is,
here's,
like, the
here's
way
my,
that they described it
Go ahead,
was like
Raina.
if she prayed and made a wish during the day, then it would be like a certain type of, not demon, but I guess just like an entity that would
Okay,
respond and,
She's
okay.
praying to
and it would
light
be positive.
versus darkness.
But she so happened to pray and ask for a wish when it was already getting dark, so it went to like
all I meant.
a dark
All I meant by
demon.
good and bad demon. My definition of a good demon is a bad bitch. That's good. That's a good thing.
But yeah, I highly recommend the book. And yeah.
I'm intrigued now, to be
That's
honest.
actually. I
You
wanna-
said
yeah.
300 years, so it's the year 2000.
Yeah, so in the 2000s, she meets somebody. I think she's trying to like steal a book because obviously, since nobody remembers her, she can do whatever she wants.
So
Pretty
there's
much.
some pros to this situation she's in.
Yeah,
I have another question about that book though.
yeah.
How long? When was that book written? Like, how long ago was that book?
Oh, it came out this year.
Oh, this year.
Oh, what
Mhm.
concept? Who's the author?
V.E. Schwab.
You've read more books by this person, or
No, but I want
That
to.
Sounds good,
motherfucker's
yeah.
twisted.
Her writing is amazing.
amazing? No, that
Yo,
sounds.
her
I'm intrigued.
imagination's on point. I
Mhm.
like that idea.
Yeah.
I would
So that's
definitely
pretty
love to hear more. But okay, so you've been reading, doing that.
Oh, I've also been learning sign language.
Awesome.
Oh, what's up to
That's
my
some-
deaf people that can't hear me right now?
That's something that Sean could also do.
And I've been dabbing a little into Korean. Not too much yet, but yeah.
Talk
those
about
are the things
that.
I've
You
been
said
doing.
that you like
Yo.
Korean. What's the music called again? I'm so sorry.
K-pop.
K-pop.
It says easy to remember. My sister always tells me about
What
it.
can you say in Korean so far?
Oh, nothing.
So you've
Oh,
been
wait.
She can say,
dabbling in it or
Short
not?
ribs.
E.
I mean, I'm learning like vowels and consonants right now. I don't know how to say anything.
Because
Mm.
obviously, like, yeah, we know the sounds, but we don't know what it looks like on.
I can't
paper.
formulate a word
Would
yet.
you guys like to go to Korea then?
Yes.
And we're talking about South, obviously here.
Yes.
I go to North,
Why?
Good for you.
catch a motherfucker slipping. Just kidding. They probably catch my ass
Yo,
slipping.
cut
For
that,
real.
cut that out. I don't want to have that up there.
Oh yeah, yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Bad idea.
Make it back to him and all of his son.
Sean couldn't even
Shit.
make it to
We don't-
fucking Midville.
We don't even get the $600.
I'm getting mine. I saw that deposit.
Oh, good for you.
That shit said pending.
I thought there was a demon shit going on.
That's a bad
good
demon.
demon.
That's a bad demon.
Great. I already started the year with a blooper. No.
I don't want to. I don't.
No, that was me.
But I also repeated it.
Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
it was you. It was
Yeah.
Sean.
Okay. We just keep it going. Keep all these.
All right.
What you been up to, Randy?
Randy, what you been up to, man? It's been a while since the podcast.
Randito.
Once again, half this podcast has been this pandemic that you've been in a hiatus. What have you been up to?
So,
In 3 words.
3 words. Work.
Imagine.
Shit. He's
I'ma
like,
do it.
are those 3 wishes?
I'm
Or
I'm gonna
three
do it. I'm
words?
gonna do it. Work, school, and chilling.
How come I'm not in there?
You
You're
do
part
all
of the
3.
chilling.
Is that more?
Chilling.
Why
Yes.
wouldn't that be work?
Randy,
It's work too.
Work.
It's work and it's chilling.
why is it
No.
not school? Do you not learn?
No,
Yeah.
shit.
You don't
I'm-
explore your
I'm
brain?
hard. I'm
Randy,
hard-headed.
go ahead and break it. Go ahead and break it down. Break it down. What is work,
So
school, and chilling?
you
for
know, honestly, I'm on the side of the people that have been blessed and lucky to just not have any kind of pause in terms of like income. You know, the pandemic hit. The company I worked for was honestly real quick in getting everybody home. And you know, it's a
That's
massive
good.
operation. We're
Talking about that, I have a GoFundMe account that you should probably donate to then.
sure.
I'm just kidding.
No, but you know, you have the company with a lot of like this the company we work for obviously employs a lot of people, and we got everybody out quick. So I was able to get set up at home, work from home. That was different for sure. It's I obviously probably didn't realize how much I relied on that everyday interaction with people. Just to even enjoy the job. I think I went through some times in this pandemic where I was like, yo, like I'm not enjoying this job. Like, what else is out there? And takes a little bit of refocusing and making sure I'm actually enjoying it. But work has been that, and I had the blessed opportunity to keep doing it from home, not have any kind of interruptions to income and all those things. So I was blessed on that side. On the second side, on the or the second word, for school, trying to finish up this degree. Reina didn't really comment to it much, but Reina's also doing school
Well,
with
Sebastian
us.
didn't ask.
She humble.
No, he
humble.
asked you what you were up to, and you didn't
I said school.
brushed over it. No, but
It's
anyways,
light work for her. Light
yes.
Work.
No, but
We're seniors now.
yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Oh shit, yo.
So we're
How much
almost
longer?
done. I have,
Probably
I
Randy will
think,
finish first though.
yeah, I think I have. I'm taking 3 classes right now in the spring, and then I have 2 more, and I'm
Maybe a
done.
year.
So by like middle of summer, I should be done.
Big
Um,
money.
Congrats,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
Thanks. No, but yeah, we've
What's
been
the
doing
degree
that.
on again?
Computer and network security. So
Keep
hacking
shit
people.
secure. That's cool.
Hacking people that hack
No, I
people.
guess officially we'll be trying to stop people from hacking
You know,
people.
that would be my job, my dream job.
Maybe you could help with those like
Really,
false
Reina?
votes
Yeah, I
that
would love to
apparently
do
went through.
penetration testing. No homo.
Yeah.
Would that even apply to me?
Depends.
So yeah, penetration testing obviously sounds like something crazy, but yeah, it's just trying to break into.
I do not want to test any type of penetration coming
With
my
all
way.
due
I'll let you know
respect, it sounds like one hell of a night.
No, but yeah, penetration testing.
You know it's
is,
good when they don't even say put it in. It's like penetrate me.
It
Oh
penetrate-
god damn.
No, but yeah, like the art of like learning how to break into stuff and how to keep people from breaking into systems. So we're learning all that, but yeah, we're almost done. And then I've been reading a lot too. I used to read before, so I didn't just learn how to read.
Me neither.
Thank
No,
God.
but I've obviously read probably more books this year than I've did any other year. But yeah, it's been interesting, pretty
Wow.
fun. The chill part, we've been just watching a lot of TV, watching a lot of Netflix, not seeing anybody, so we've just been home and. We tried the whole video conference thing at the beginning. I think between even this group here, we tried to do some like video chats and stuff and try to FaceTime more frequently, but that kind of died off. So then, we
Isn't
just
that around the time that like Apple came out with that No. Like how you could FaceTime, but you can do like
yeah,
multiple
like
people.
Oh,
Is that because that's when it,
it
kind
was
of dropped, right?
it was a little before the pandemic, but
Oh, okay.
people probably used it more in that time. But we've been doing that. Reina recently got into K-pop, so that
Me?
means yes,
How
you.
about you?
That means I'm now into K-pop, and
Blame it on her.
No, I mean I enjoy it. I really do think they're talented.
Sing something.
If you guys
BTS.
are part of the army, please let us know.
Yeah, so we're Army now. We're officially part of the
Is
Army.
that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, the fans are called Army.
I'll talk to my sister about how she feels about it.
Yeah, no, but it's been interesting. I probably watched more shows in this pandemic than I've ever watched, and I think that's probably everybody. But
I'm gonna be real with y'all. During this whole pandemic, I haven't really watched any new show, and I haven't read any book. I don't know. I feel kind of bad because like
You
I
know,
didn't-
we
I
all
didn't know-
cope differently.
because I didn't know y'all. I mean, I know Sebastian, he a reader. Like we all know he reads, right? And then Randy ran out. I was like, okay, I'm sure they read it, whatever. But I'm like, yo, y'all be reading books and y'all be finishing shows. I didn't do.
You
I don't
got
know what
a
I-
career.
No,
I know, right?
I'll trade in a couple
that
books for one of
trumps
those.
everything.
No, but I'm like, damn, like I wish there was plenty of times where I was like, I want to read, but maybe I got ADD or something. Because when I picked up a book,
I won't
I'd be
lie.
like, a couple pages, and I'm like,
It's
it's
not-
kind of bullshit. And I
That
walk
used to
off.
be me.
Even sitting down and reading a book is not for everybody. I would say that. Like, I enjoy reading and actually enjoy having the physical book. So, like, even Audible and some of those things I haven't gotten really into because I prefer the physical book. Plus, there's this little side of me that just kind of wants the look. There's a part
I
of
want
like
a library.
aesthetic.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. When people walk in, I want people to see the book.
See, that's what me reading. I feel like if I was on the outside looking in, like if I was literally beside myself, I'm like, that's what Sean looked like. He looked like a smart, intelligent motherfucker.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, no one's here. I'm good.
No, but it's different for everybody.
Thing
But
is, everybody
try it.
consumes differently.
Mhm.
Me personally, on the flip side of that, like I like a book hardcover's great, whatever's it's aesthetically pleasing. You know, you put around the house. But
You're
I'm
more of a facts guy, though.
but I like facts. But I'll read books. But majority of the books I do is an audiobook. I love an audiobook.
See, I think I get more into that
Because
I think
I love the form of like a podcast, and I love like listening to something, and especially you have the book like one of the last audiobooks I read was or that was read to me was the last 50 Cent one.
the what?
The last 50 Cent book that he took out.
Oh, okay.
And I forget the name, but it's pretty good. But what I love is that normally the people that write these books or the person the book is based on, they're the actual one reading it to you. So I'm listening to 50 read me a book for like 8 hours. I'm feeling like he's talking to me and giving me game.
Sebastian's like, yes, 50, I'll do that.
Obviously, and that's more on my lane that I really like. I get to learn a lot, but the things like since I feel like I'm on the go and I gotta go, so I like doing multiple things at the same time.
Where were you going during the pandemic?
Legit.
Around the house, crazy.
Legit though, that sounds like it should be the slogan for Audible. I'm on the go and I gotta go.
I'm on the go and I gotta go. That's kind of funny. I'm on the go. That reminds me actually of a 50 Cent line that
Oh my gosh.
that he
From
says
that
that.
book?
No, he says it in the book too, but he said it plenty of times where he says, I'm not looking for problems, but if you're looking for problems, it's no problem.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, honestly,
so
that's my
good.
fucking slogan.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not looking
That's
for
funny.
problems, but if what you want is a problem, it's no problem.
Which goes back, even coming full circle, he was making fun of Mayweather back in the day for not knowing how to
Oh
read.
my God.
That shit was funny. No,
But that's
but
fun, man. You guys have been up to
that's
stuff.
what we've been up to.
How about you,
That's what's up.
Sebastian?
Man, it's been a whole lot that I've been up to. If I really had to break it down,
What you do?
once again, if I really have to, right now, I've also been blessed to be able to work from home during these times, where it hasn't really affected my my income source, which has been great.
Blessings.
Because a lot of people have, and obviously that's sad. Same thing with my family. Everybody that I'm in my family's been able to keep working and provide for themselves. So that's something really big.
That's good.
But mostly what I've done, I haven't hung out with lots of people. Anybody that knows me knows that I like to hang out with my friends or just people in general. Meet somebody and chill with them for some reason.
Watch Denzel movies.
Yes, but on the that is true.
Fucking man.
Which Denzel's coming out with a new movie. I'm excited.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My man.
That would be like the ultimate person for me to sit down and have a conversation with. I
Talk
think
about a smart motherfucker.
I love that. But no. So back on that, what I've really been doing, I've been just chilling a lot by myself. To be honest, been reading a lot more, listening to a lot more podcasts. That's probably if you had to go through my phone, I don't know how many hours, but I'm talking about tons of hours of podcasts since these 9-10 months. I'm really big into the Joe Rogan Experience. That's one of the ones I listen to a lot. I listen to another one called Earn Your Leisure, which are two dudes from New York City that teach financial literacy. Basically, you don't want to call it that ways, but people would say to the urban community. So anybody of color, so black people, brown people, Latinos, everybody. It's kind of like they bring people from those areas and teach you how to. Let's say you want to become a barber or start a vending machine business or start, in the real estate, a bunch of shit like that always interests me. So I've been listening to tons of podcasts that ways. Watch a whole lot of Netflix too. When this whole started, what was this? This whole thing started. They had that Tiger one. What was it?
Oh, Tiger
you
King.
watched that?
Tiger King. That shit was
I never
amazing.
saw
I
it.
liked
Oh
it.
my
Shout
God.
out to the Tiger King.
I haven't seen one episode.
Not me.
Me too.
And I've been
Not
told
me.
plenty of times
Me
not
neither.
Like me neither.
but it's
yeah.
not because it's not because I'm refusing to. It's just because I
You've
just
been
don't
busy,
find.
man.
Honestly, I never found the right time. Like I kept thinking,
No,
like I gotta be in the
no,
mood.
I watched a lot of Netflix, but I've watched a lot of like Office.
Was
Something I've
it-
fucking
was it
seen like
interesting,
100 times
Sebastian?
already.
I thought it was interesting. Like it gave me something to watch and I guess
Learn
get
about
away for a
tigers.
minute. It's crazy to think that there's more tigers in Texas that there is in the rest of the world. That's an actual fact. Everybody can look up.
Well, these
Oh,
people are
shit.
in Florida, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, these people are. I don't know if it's in Florida. I
didn't
want to say it's
watch it.
No,
Oklahoma.
I don't. I've heard about it.
But
Obviously.
no, they're just giving random facts where there's actually more there's more tigers. I want to say it's Texas, but for sure more tigers in the United States, like in captivity, like private owners, like in people in these big ass ranches have them versus what they're actually out in the wild.
That's
That's
crazy.
fucking sad.
So it's sad. That
Fuck
is sad.
them. What the fuck y'all doing with the tiger? not letting the tiger be a fucking tiger. Let that bitch loose in your fucking house.
Let that
That's some
tiger be
crazy
great.
shit. So yeah, a lot of that. My youngest sister had a baby, so I have a niece now.
We do,
Yo,
yes.
That's
Tío-
really-
Tío Sebi.
yo.
That's really excited to be an uncle. Love the baby. She's a few months old now, and it's just dope to see her.
I'm like, shout out to baby Mila.
Yeah, she's
That sounded so like American. Baby Mila, when you grow
Yeah.
up, this
Mila.
is for you.
nice. She's now that she's coming around like that, a few months, and she's a little stronger as far as like moving her own head and doing stuff and looking at things and recognizing is pretty dope to see. I like to see how it's brought this other side of my sister being a mother. That's been great. So really haven't hung out with much friends like you guys. Obviously haven't spoken to you guys as much as regular as we used to. Have seen like my brother and my sisters, but not tons either. Just here and there. But it's been a lot of just, I guess, what do you call it? Like self development of some sort, like just
Self-reflection.
self reflection a lot. Learning more about myself. I'm no chef by no means, but
Oh, but you got air
He's
fryer.
like, I can throw down now.
it
on the
forced me
grill.
to cook. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go ahead and go on Iron Chef or something. But
He says
Chopped.
that next month. He's like, I signed up for Chopped.
I did notice before I used to eat a lot out.
Like,
I
what the
wouldn't
fuck is this?
I wouldn't say every single day, but facts are that okay, my mom, she's the type of person that would always cook for us growing up, and even as a grown up, she'd call and be like, "Yeah, I just made this. Come grab it." Shit's good, and she has through this, but obviously not as much.
Mhm.
And so it's forced me to be able to do a couple other things. I've been at this new place that I'm personally living at now about 6 months or so. Is what I've been at this new place, maybe a little bit more. And I've actually only turned on the stove twice where I live at because I have an air fryer. I have a George
Are
Foreman.
you using your oven for
I
storage,
have a
Sebastian?
slower. No, it's empty. I have a pressure cooker and the flat iron, or what's it called? That flat
Like a griddle?
a griddle.
A flat iron.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Um,
Sebastian's like throwing down and all these like machines.
Wait,
He's
you don't
like,
have a instant pot?
Yeah, I got
does.
one.
You do?
My pot does like 7 different things.
Damn,
So
espérate,
you can
espérate.
saute, you can slow cook, you could pressure, you do whatever. It's like
Sebastian, and if you use it like me and use it right, you can.
it's what the box says. I don't know. I'm gonna try to drop in $1 and see if it come out of it. But it does a little bit of everything. But yeah, just been doing a lot of
Sebastian's
that.
like, this shit even washes your clothes.
Yeah,
It's just
I
fucking-
toss in clothes in there, just put it on slow cook, and shit comes out pressed.
It's all that in a bag of rice.
Yeah. Old line by Randy. That's been basically a lot of me is just self-reflection and then a lot of learning, which maybe, hopefully, obviously I put that, whatever it is, into action. But
Mhm.
I learned a whole lot of random shit during this pandemic because there's just a whole lot of material to be learning.
I think what we can take away from this is that we've all grown in different ways. We've learned a lot.
I'm still 5'6".
Oh, I've actually also not to that point, but I do a lot more working out.
Yo,
I-
me too,
I
actually.
I do everything that's like body workouts.
Don't they call it like calisthenics or something
I'm
like
like,
that?
you mean
Yeah.
sex?
So, push-ups.
Nobody heard me.
I heard you. Just no one to
Oh,
answer. Imagine.
Raina, I heard you. With your
Push-ups.
trimming and your
Yeah.
and your penetration.
Something's
and
on
now
your
you're just-
mind.
now you're just saying sex.
These romantic books you keep reading, erotic.
what?
That bad demon.
Yeah. All I know, I'm into the push-ups. I'm into the body squats.
Yeah, you always
You
been
know,
good
all
at that
that-
stuff, but
that-
now
Can
you're
you
obviously
still do
doing
a
a little bit
split?
more.
As good as I could before, but yeah, that actually kind of keeps me grounded because every day when I wake up, I'm like, all right, cool. Let me do 20-30 minutes of this, and it's not that I want to do 20-30. It's that it takes basically 20-30 for me to end the rounds. But
Some girls would actually be happy with that.
yeah, fuck it. Yeah. So yeah, that's also
Sebastian's like, and I've learned now, like, really last 20-30 minutes.
20-30.
Maybe not how they would like, but I'm satisfied.
He's running around the room. She's like, come to bed.
What
He's
are
like,
you
in
doing?
a minute.
But
This
yeah.
is called endurance.
Did you start the timer? I don't want you talking shit later.
But actually, like Raina said, yeah, I think overall everybody, I've learned and I've grown from this situation to the point where number one thing, at least for myself, that I take away is that life is fragile in the sense that you could be here and gone tomorrow. That's my belief. Nothing's promised to you, so obviously
That's my biggest fear.
you should live it to the fullest. And obviously, not to put a not to get down or anything on the show. Actually, that makes me want to live and do more.
Yeah.
Also appreciate the small things that we have in life, the little things that we can do, wherever you stand on this issue, whether you're on this side or that side, right, left, whatever it is, you believe, you don't believe, you think it's a conspiracy, whatever it is, your life has been altered regardless of it. Is my belief. So you don't believe in it, your life's altered. You believe in it, your life's altered. So really, a lot of things weigh in the balance where I feel like we should appreciate the things that we're able to do, just the little things that really bring that happiness. Um, like me personally, like I used to be someone who used to go to the movies all the time.
Yeah.
I don't go to the movies now.
Sometimes without us, but he
Exactly.
would.
By myself.
Yeah.
When I went to the movie, I said, "Oh, for real?
I
Yeah,
will-
man, I just went by myself." I'm
Always
like,
will find
"Oh."
out. I'm like, oh, have you
Great-
seen this movie? Yeah, I saw it
Great
last
movie.
Tuesday.
Seen it twice.
But let's go again if you want. I'm done watching.
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
Like,
So-
motherfucker.
So man, just I would say appreciate it when and who knows what this normal is when we get back to this new norm, whatever it is.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for motherfuckers to bust down my door. Hey, motherfucker, I need to get cleaned up. Thank God.
People get the vaccine. People don't take the vaccine. Whatever it is down the road, because this is gonna be a while.
Yeah.
But
Well, what do they say? They say usually when a pandemic happens worldwide, it takes about 12 to 18 months to kind of clear the air.
yeah, like if you
As far as history goes.
yeah, if you go back in history, and obviously everybody's free to go look at it. Like the Spanish flu when we had it, 1918. Like it takes a while. Like 1920 still looming, 21, 22. Like so, yeah, it's probably the first 18 to 24 months. It's gonna be something. It'll probably be 2023, and we will hear somebody had COVID. Like, oh wow, someone had COVID, but it won't be as dominant as it is right now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just keep living life to the max, whatever it is. For everybody, I know it's different. So just basically, I've taken that away. That just enjoy it. Enjoy your loved ones, your friends, just little things like
Your
that.
time.
Your time. You just everything like that.
Yeah, and on that same note, since we always try to leave this podcast, I guess, on a positive note, it's interesting. It's obviously impacted people in different ways. It's made some people more, maybe by necessity, they've had to hustle more. They've had to go on and really figure out how they're gonna get an income for their families and all these things. So I'm glad, and it's awesome for those people that have come out on top on that side. But I also think it's everybody goes through things in their own ways. So I think if this time actually got you a little down, or if this time just actually got you a
That's fine,
little
that's
Or you
okay.
less
haven't. You
productive,
think you haven't accomplished anything, just surviving and
yeah,
living.
hey,
is
the
enough.
fact that you made it through this, and the fact that you're past the pandemic, kind of, we're still in the middle of it, but you've made it this far. It's great if it made you a hustler, and if it taught you something, and if it made you more of a beast, congrats. But I guess for those that didn't have that result, I guess what I'm saying is you're not less than anybody else. It's great. Hey, again, the fact that you made it, congrats. We're here.
Everybody.
The way I look at it too, the great thing about words is it's however you define that word. So
Correct.
hustle is different for everybody.
Yeah.
And for me, I look at it as
I'm
like,
like I hustle
Like some
through my
people,
anxiety.
like some people say hustling is like working out. Like, oh, when I work out, I'm hustling. It's like, well, motherfucker, I'm 350 pounds. Like, but I fucking hustle on this fucking computer
and the thing
and
is
make
like,
good money.
yeah, if you really think about it, like for me, I'm again blessed that I didn't have to figure out a new hustle. I had my job and I just kept doing what I was doing. It didn't require any kind of new, found strength to get the job
Yeah.
done. Like I just did what I did, and that's what I've always done. So, anyways, I just wanted to put it out there for you out there listening. Again, first for listen, thanks for listening to the Great People Podcast. But two, hey, we're here, we made it, and honestly, it's been life changing, like Sebastian said, for everybody, whether you believe it or not, whether you have thoughts against the pandemic or you think it's made up or whatever the case is. You change, and you change with everybody, and you've made it so far.
And
So
not for nothing, but I mean, you people being here was already like a 1 in a million chance anyways. You're fucking like some little sperm and some balls and shit. Like you fucking made it there. Now you here, like listen to this shit. So
yeah,
you need to chill the fuck out. People need to like stop stressing about so much. Just
yeah.
to live a little.
I just, for me, it's like it's really amazing to see what it's done for people. I think it's definitely made a lot of us value things more in terms of people and in terms of everything else. Honestly, for me, even in terms of like what I think was necessary before, that whole thing has changed. You know what I mean? in a time before, you might have said that, oh, we gotta go out every so often, or we gotta go to a movie to stay this, and we gotta at least buy some clothes here and there to
Man,
stay.
bitch, no. We gotta fucking save some money.
No, yeah, and you know what I'm
For
saying
real.
is now we've kind of, I think we've all seen it. Like you can go periods where you just relax and go home and do nothing. Like I don't think I don't think we looked at it like that before. I think everybody always looked at it as like, oh shit, I'm not doing anything, or I gotta figure this out, or I gotta buy more cute clothes because I gotta wear this or whatever. And we had all these priorities that I think have gotten refocused through this whole situation. So
That's a great word.
you know,
Refocus, because there's I don't know if y'all seen, but the couples and like marriages that's been like canceled and shit. That shit went through the
Who
fucking
got
roof.
canceled?
Well, Christmas got canceled on their asses.
Yeah, there's
on I'm just saying, but you get to really, some people really was living this life that they had an idea that it was, and it
Yeah.
really was not anything
no, and
like
I just for me it's been kind of, and again I'm sure for a lot of people too, it's been profound almost to that extent of, dude, like after this, honestly, I look forward to doing less. Even after everything is back to normal.
Isn't that crazy? Doing more with less. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
Like
like
I'm doing a lot more with a lot
yeah,
less.
no, but even like in terms of like visiting friends and whatnot, like hey, like
He's
if
like,
we
you're
go,
not gonna see me no
no,
more.
no, what I'm saying is if we go 2 weeks, like honestly, cool. Like it's whatever. It's like I think there was this almost like this pressure of like go, 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 go. I honestly almost wish it happened across everywhere, like where I feel like America is so like 24/7, everything never like nothing ever stops. And I almost think like, yo,
You've
like
always preached that. You've always been
yeah,
like, yo, I hate how it's like
I've
that.
always said like, yo, I
Let's
would
go
love
back
if
to your country.
I would love if I would love if businesses and everything,
I'm like, nothing ever stops over there either.
no, but like, if you let
They can
people
though.
like right now, people have gotten to be more with their families and hang out more at home. And again, I'm sure that's
Some of us.
yeah,
for
some.
yeah, some. No, but
Some.
what I'm saying is I
Mhm.
I hope it's more like that even going forward, that we don't go back 100% to this whole like non-stop 24/7 kind of life. I don't know.
Yo,
Just my
and
take.
real quick, LeBron James.
Yep, yeah.
Yo.
2020 champ Lakers.
Fuck what
I'm not
everyone
I'm not
says.
from
I don't give
LA,
a
but I love
damn.
LeBron, so congrats to
Yo.
Lakers.
I think anybody that's listened to this podcast knows that you guys love LeBron. I mean,
Well,
that's-
any of the new viewers, debate me.
Yeah. Honestly, the what you're saying, Randy, because I think obviously this has hit everybody so differently, and it's almost like unfair to say this is what is for everybody, right? Like
Yeah.
it's so different. The way that I see is like what's the saying? It's like we are all going through the same storm, but we're on different boats. We're not in the same ship.
Yeah,
There's
for
people
sure.
that literally your biggest problem is an inconvenience of maybe wearing a mask and not being able to go to the concert you want to go to. And there's people that really have lost their jobs, more than that, lost a loved one,
Yeah.
going through some depression, some anxiety. So it's just multiple things that I think whatever it is, I just hope that once this is we're past this moment, um, whatever world has to go to, I just hope everybody respects each other a little bit more and
Yeah.
just understands. Doesn't matter to me if the world comes back and it's faster paced, slower paced, whatever it has to be, it will be. But as long as people understand, that okay, this shit happens and everybody copes different. Because I
Yeah,
have seen the
that's
quote
very
that you
important.
saw. When I think of hustle myself, I'm thinking probably like you're looking for financial gain is what I'm thinking, right? Something
Yeah.
along those lines. But that's cool with me. Like if this pandemic made you want to hustle more and create a business, great for you. If this pandemic made you sit down
Made
and you
more
had
creative.
to make creative, great. If it made you cry, if it made you sad, that's fine. Everything's valid. There was no manuscript for you to go through this, anyways.
Mhm.
So you have to do what you got to do. Me personally, I know what it's done for me, and I'm sure you guys know what it's done for yourselves. So like, I just want everybody moving forward just to be happy as much as they can be. Take whatever they need to take away from it, and just keep moving. So and that's fine. So that's just
If
my
you
take on
sit
it.
back and realize everything that happened this year,
Yo, how about that
aside from the
earthquake,
pandemic,
yo?
yeah, like
And fucking aliens
all
and
these natural
earthquakes. That's all I feel
disasters
like.
We've,
and
we've
social
all,
injustice.
as people in general, we've gone
Sexual
through so much.
injustice.
All the injustices, all the injustices. Not to mention, obviously, everybody has personal things that they go through,
Yeah.
so you have to toss those in. So yeah,
It's a lot.
it's been a wild year. Don't everybody think that New Year's Day, boom, is fucking
over.
everything is over. No, like we're still in this. It's gonna be a while,
Boy.
but
Were you one of those?
It's all good, man.
New
No.
year, new me.
Yeah. Fuck, that's how it works. Oh, and Kobe. Shit.
Kobe. No,
Shout out
that's not
Kobe,
good.
Kobe.
Damn, that's
Damn.
how long it's been. A lot.
Yeah,
January
it's about to be-
26th.
Sean
That's just
Connery.
fucking
Was it
crazy.
26 or 28?
Fucking
26, 26.
Hey, you know the name Black Panther, man.
Oh man, rest in
Shit.
peace, Wakanda forever, man.
Yeah. Crazy
Yeah,
year.
it's been a crazy year, but cool, man.
But yeah, we've made it. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of the Great People Podcast. Again, if you don't follow us on the social medias, you can follow us there. Great People Podcast on Instagram, Great PPL Podcast on Twitter. On Facebook, it's just Great People Podcast. Everywhere is Great People Podcast. So if you're listening to this anywhere where you can give it a rating or leave a comment, please do. Or even if you want to drop a comment on IG, let us know if there's a topic you want to suggest or something you would like to see us talk about. Please drop it there. We always, reading comments and replying and getting involved and trying to do more of what you guys want to hear. So
We back, motherfucker.
yeah, cut.